Hello, Sister Goons! My name is Alex, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 2. And we are kicking this off with a boss rush, which is a long-time tradition of the Mega Man franchise, ever since the very first game, actually. So, it's basically what it sounds like. You're going through all 8 of the bosses that you've encountered in the game. And by that, I mean the more recognizable bosses, because I'll be damned if I'm going up against the Guts Dozer and the Mega Dragon again. So, oh, and also, yeah, Metal Man is weak to his own weapon. I don't know why, but it's there. Oh, and also, the Atomic Fire, which is what Heatman's weapon is called, is the weakness of Woodman. Though apparently Air Shooter does well against him too. Don't ask me how that works. Sorry. And this was where I was having a major pain against Airman. Well, actually, before that, I went against Heatman first. And now Airman, because holy shit, is this dude freaking annoying. Because I swear I'm doing the trick right, where like, you wait for him to jump to the other side and leaf shield him. But the thing is that I'm suddenly being drawn towards him, and I don't know why. But whatever. So now that all of the 8 Robot Masters are done with, we have the Wily Machine number 2, and okay, so this was a bit of a pain for me because there are 2 phases to the fight. One, as you just saw, but then you got number 2, which is when Wily is exposed. Thing is, not a lot can hurt him. And yes, 22 attempts later, I am not joking, this raw footage was like 45 minutes, and most of it was just going through the Robot Masters and Wily Machine number 2. I had to reset 22 times. And finally, I managed to get something here. So, basically, Wily's machine will shoot a ball of light from the bottom, right? And I think it kind of goes in a pattern, but I'm not too sure exactly which one it is. But you do have to keep to the side if you want to avoid a specific one. Like if it's going a bit too close for you, then you have to go to the far side in order to avoid it. If it's the wide sweep, then you have to jump over it. Problem is, I could never tell. And the only weak spot that you can hit is that dome he has there, right? So, and I'm just reset scumming because I don't want to lose as much health as needed because I still need to go through this phase where Wily is now exposed. I think some weapons can hurt him now, but I'm not sure as to which ones. Though, if you do want to get rid of the second phase a little bit more quickly, you can do a fully charged atomic fire, and it'll like it'll take him out in like almost in like 2 shots. But would not recommend that because I suck at jumping over those projectiles. But now that Wily's the Wily Machine 2 is done, we got one last battle. And after this long haul, which doesn't really have much of anything, well, long tube I should say, because the hallway is right in front of us. And it's not complicated. It's just dripping lava. Just a time when you can and can't move. Really, really simple. You know, like after the boss fight you just had, this is a breath of fresh air, and I welcome that. But Also, I decided to equip. Actually, uh, I equipped the bubble lead because that is the final boss's weakness. Though I kind of discovered that with the Legacy Collection, you can do a bit more damage with the auto fire feature. Um, but uh, I did have to, but I didn't. Sorry. So I did die to this boss like 5 times before I finally got the I finally got the run I did here, and turns out aliens. I'm sorry, I had to do the meme. I had to do it. But anyway, so the alien just flies around, shooting a projectile, and it does touch damage, as in the projectile does touch damage. Well, no, the alien itself does touch damage. The projectile obviously hurts, but it turns out it was just a hologram made by Wily. So. Don't worry. You don't really have to do much of anything. You just gotta wait for this thing to stop moving around, and there it is. Yeah, so Wiley gets on his knees and prays for forgiveness again, but wait. Oh wait, was there supposed to be a collapsing thing or something? Or oh wait. Wait. No. It's it's just the credits. I'm sorry, but actually, this credit sequence is actually pretty impressive, especially for the Super Nintendo, or not Super Nintendo, not Super Nintendo. Sorry, I misspoke. The original NES. Okay. This is kind of impressive for that era because you didn't really get to see this a lot of times. Like, you saw a bunch of sprite portraits, but not really this kind of animation, right? Like, it wasn't really a thing back then. Also, I like the different weather effects that are going on here, with Mega Man in the end looking up at the sky, possibly wondering how long will a fight between good and evil end as he leaves his helmet in a freaking meadow. And what am I talking about? I'm not doing Mega Man X yet. And there you go. That is the end of Mega Man 2, and we actually get the numbers for Wily's Robot Masters. And it is kind of interesting because these were all Wily's creations. They were not Dr. Light's. So it's interesting that that they go through the other numbers, and I guess Mega Man and Roll were the first two. Which I think would make sense because technically they are all 8. Well, that makes 8 of Dr. Light's creations in the original game, and why the number goes up to 16 in this one. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but yeah, oh well. And well, after these, well, I guess I probably should give my thoughts on the credits and all. Well, not the credits, the actual game itself. Sorry about that. People say that this is where the franchise sort of peaked. Well, I shouldn't say franchise. Classic series. This is where the classic series of Mega Man peaked. And I can see why people think that. The weapons are actually pretty cool, even though I did mostly stick with the Metal Blade. It's I do like a lot. I do like a lot of the weapons. Like, I know I didn't use the quick boomerang as much as I should have, but I mean, come on, like, why would I use that instead of the metal blade, right? Um, Atomic Fire was an interesting charge weapon, but you leave yourself open for way too long when you use that, so probably not the best idea to use. Flashman, you can't even stop it. You have to be committed to it, and it doesn't even take out all of Quickman's health. So yeah, probably not the best one. Uh, but I didn't like the Sniper Joes in the mech suits. Like, those I think were a little bit unfair. Like, it was like those giant pogo machines from the first game. I didn't like that one. And of course, Crash Bomber didn't really get to use it except for like one boss, and even then you don't really have enough in order to be comfortable with it. So yeah, like, but I mean, I like the stages. You know, they each feel unique from each other. Though I'm not too sure about Metal Man's conveyor belts and gears. Quick Man's, I think, is the most iconic, even though it's possibly for the wrong reason, unless you don't have the flash stop. Uh, I really like Woodman because like he just throws you a bunch of mini bosses, which not a lot of Robot Masters do that. Crashman stage was all right. It did have a good grinding spot though. If you had the metal blade. Flashman I didn't really like because of the ice physics and of course the Sniper Joe mech suits and all that. Heatman was kind of meh. I like the theming, but of course the invisible blocks were not very good. Though I really liked Bubble Man stage. Like yeah, it it didn't feel long. It didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome. And yeah, I did use other weapons, but I do think that it can be good as a first stage looking back. But you know that's just me. And the Wily Fortress wasn't that bad actually. Like yeah, uh the turret boss was definitely the worst part of that. Well, I okay, so it's a toss up between the turret boss and the Wily Machine 2 because Wily Machine 2 I can do with some other weapons. My issue was that I didn't have enough of anything and I didn't really know what could hurt it. And I did eventually do it, but it took me a long time to do. But with the turret boss, I had to look up a playthrough just to figure out what was the right strategy to do. Because again, you're only given so much of the Crash Bomber, and none of the turrets can give you any weapon refills, which kind of a bummer if you want to do that. But I mean, but you want to know one of the best things about this game? This was made on the developer's free time. Yeah, like the original Mega Man sold pretty well, but just not what Capcom wanted. So they were told, hey, you can make a sequel, but you gotta do it on your own time, which ended up being a blessing in disguise because they didn't have any deadlines, they didn't have any corporate mandates or anything like that, so they could make the game when and release it when it's good and ready, which personally I think is something that a lot of big time developers need to learn. Like, this is a time sink. Like, making a game is not easy, okay? It takes a crap ton of time, crap ton of resources and money. And like if you give them like a development span of like a year, yeah, it's not really gonna work. Especially if you want to do an annual sort of thing. I'm looking at you, Game Freak. But I and and this is what people consider the best out of the classic series. So yeah, like this is, I would say that this is an example of give the developers all the time they need, and you will get a good product. So yeah. Um. Well, actually, no, sorry. Now that Mega Man 2 is done, I'm still in the middle of recording footage for an upcoming review, and I really hope that my Switch does not crash this time around. If you've seen my community posts, then you know. But while I'm doing that, I won't be going back to Mega Man because while this was like a fun little thing to do, I kind of feel like I should. Well, like I feel like going back to sorry. I feel like going back to a series that not many people are taking seriously. Well, seriously, as in it should come back. Okay, it should come back, but I'll save that for for like. I'll save my thoughts for when I actually do the playthrough, because I still need to make a thumbnail for that. So, I guess that'll do it for me. Uh, uh, if you have the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1, I do highly recommend you play Mega Man 2 for yourself. Just be aware, you do have to kind of finagle with trying to go through the normal difficulty or the hard difficulty. So, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit can help. Until next time, Sushi Goons, remember, reach for the stars.